My highest moment in Japan was to see Japanese give their life to God. That's the highest moment that I've experienced. To see them turn their heart, because they're not Christian people.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Melanated Files. My name is Ranzo, and today we're joined by Carol Diane, right? She has been in Japan for over 21 years, and we will be getting into her story right now. Carol, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you.
Can you introduce yourself to the world, tell them who you are and why you came to Japan?
So my name is Carol Diane Major, and I've been in Japan for over 21 years, and I am a gospel singer. And I'm also working as a director and founder of Women of Destiny International, which is an organization where we inspire women to become their purpose.
So you came here in 1999.
Yeah.
Why the move? You're from Harlem in New York.
Yes, from Harlem, New York. Yes.
All right. So how different is Japan from Harlem?
So the difference between New York and here is huge. I mean, it's huge because here, you have all these laws. And
that people follow.
Yes, and you have to follow. And I really had to get used to that. I really had to get used to that in the beginning. And, you can't talk on the train, and you can't use the phone on the train, and so many different things. But New York is, New York is open. You say what you need to say, and I think New York is a little bit too much. They're a lot open than we are here. Because, but yeah, it's a huge difference here.
So what brought you to Japan in 1999?
Yeah, well, previously my previous husband was military, so that's what got us here.
Okay.
And at first I didn't want to come. I was like, I don't know Japan. What's in Japan? You see it on TV and you wonder, But I got here, I didn't know, that it was such an opportunity. Even for gospel, because, gospel is really my life.
Okay.
I enjoy, sharing the gospel to Japanese people. And I didn't know that they really, really take the gospel to heart.
Okay.
So this really encouraged me to, be here. So it made me, it gave me a purpose for being here.
Okay. So you were in gospel music before coming to Japan?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been singing since I was 5 years old.
And you were teaching the choir from 9 or something like that? What was it?
Yeah, I've been teaching, a choir in Harlem, all over different areas, from 9 years old, and directing and all that, and that's history from there. Yeah.
Okay. So in 1999, when you came to Japan, what was it like? Did you experience culture shock?
Yes. And the people are so nice here. And in the beginning, you see them bowing, and, you're not used to that bowing. And I'm like, okay, and, just their manners, their mannerisms, and, unlike, New York, we just say what we want to say. But, just the politeness, and that really, inspired me as well. To even, it kind of helped me in a way, to become, better.
Okay. So how has your life changed since coming to Japan?
Well, I think Japan makes you more disciplined.
How about the language? So when you first came here, how much of a struggle was the language?
I had a lot of opportunities to learn the language more, but I've dealt with translators.
Yeah.
So I kind of got spoiled and just, used the translators, for the things I needed to do as far as teaching, everything. But I think it's, if you put your heart and your mind to it, you can speak the language. And I do know a few things, but I'm not fluent.
So tell me about your journey with Women of Destiny. What inspired you to start it when you first came to Japan?
I guess the things that I went through, the different areas in my life that I had to deal with, and to know that, hey, I have a purpose. I have a purpose, because sometimes people in life, especially women, we believe that we don't have a purpose. We're just here.
Okay.
You're just born to just be here. But I realized, and I had to say, you know what? Even though you sing or you have all these different talents, sometimes somewhere within yourself you're saying, oh, I don't know if I really should be doing this or I can do this. But I have been inspired by God to know that, yes, I can do whatever God has and placed in me to do. So in that area, I decided, you know what, there's a lot of women that are, they're saying, why am I here? Why was I born? And a lot of times women go through so much. I could talk about that all day because women go through so many things and they don't have an outlet. So I said, okay, we need to open up an opportunity where they can be free to talk, be free to share what's on their hearts, knowing that it won't be looked down upon. So Women of Destiny started actually in 2005, and then we evolved, and we started again in 2018 as a nonprofit. So I think it was 2018 as a nonprofit. And it's been really a blessing. Many women have come to know their purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's some of the work that you've done so far with Women of Destiny?
Oh, wow. We've had banquets. This was all before COVID, of course.
Okay.
We had banquets. We had seminars, outings. Oh, my goodness. One-on-ones. We've had recently, before the COVID, a fitness program. It was here. So we do a lot of things. We do a lot of things that could support women and, let them know that you have a voice. They have a voice.
Is it primarily Japanese women or is it mostly foreigners?
International. Actually, we connect online as well.
Okay.
We've been connecting online actually before COVID.
Okay.
But online we can really get, the connection with different cultures. But we also, since we're in Japan, we are really doing some, great things here in Japan as well.
Okay. So tell me, what is it like being a black woman in Japan, right, over the span of 21 years?
For the most part, I think it's been okay. I've dealt with a few people that Japanese that has been a little rude, but for the most part, I think it's been okay. Japan, I think a lot of them stare at, when they see a black person, and a lot of them, I don't think they stare to be rude. But they're just wondering, oh, can I touch your skin? Is that, and can I touch your hair? And all this, But for the most part, it's been pretty good.
Okay.
It's been pretty good here.
Are all your children here with you in Japan?
No, only my son, Marcel, is here. He's the middle son.
So we did an interview with Pastor Marcel Jante. It's on this channel. I'll show you guys. I'll put the link in the description down below. That's her son.
Yes. So he's my middle son. I have the oldest son, Mike Keys. He's in California.
Okay.
And, of course, Marcel, and then the youngest is in Alaska.
Okay.
So there's three boys,
in Japan right now, right? What's your vision for the next, I guess, 10 years? Because Japan is home for you right now.
Yes.
Right? So what's your vision? The next 5 years, let's say 5 years from now, what do you see yourself doing?
Well, I see myself still, doing what I can to spread the gospel, the gospel music, and spread the gospel in word. And I know it's not common here, because I hear it's only maybe 1% of Christian here in Japan. But I think many of them are coming to see that there is a hope in the gospel. And we have used the vehicle of gospel music to bring them, to understand what gospel it really is. So I'm hoping to continue to spread the gospel music and the gospel in the world with Women of Destiny and as well as gospel music. Okay,
so how receptive are the Japanese to the gospel?
I think that for the most part, they are not receptive at first because I think they believe it may be cultish or something like that. Yeah, but I think with love, because the Bible says, with love and kindness have I drawn thee. If we can share and show the love of God, I believe that they can be drawn through God's love. And through our authenticity of knowing the gospel, because especially during this COVID, I think it's a great opportunity because they're wondering what to do, what is going on, and how do I make it? There are a lot of people that are committing suicide during this COVID. A lot of stuff is going on. So this opportunity right here is great because God is real, and even though this is going on, He still can give you peace through this whole thing. So,
what are some memorable experiences you've had or encounters with the Japanese people during, ministering to them through music?
wow, they are really drawn through music. They are really drawn through music. So they're very like, wow, we didn't know gospel was like that. Especially when you can explain the music that we're singing, because you can sing, but to explain what we're singing is important. So as we've gone many places and sang many places, just I guess they feel something. They can feel like some power, and it's not just within us, like within the choirs or the choir that we have. They feel like, what is that thing I'm feeling? So that's the opportunity right there to tell them that's God, that's His, that's His power, that's His strength.
His love,
yes, His love,
For my yoke is easy and my burdens are light.
At first it is very, they have questions. So, with gospel music, we can really draw them into the gospel music because they love music in this country. But the gospel music is something totally different where they just like, okay, what is this thing? And I want to know more. So this is the opportunity where we can learn more. A few years ago, we did a Walk in Peace project. And this project was about people who had mental issues or mental instabilities and didn't know, felt like they couldn't make it in life. So we took that opportunity to have a concert in Fusa and to see just the people with, their hearts and the tears and, just the way they received. It was really a blessing to see that they were, drawn to the gospel like that.
Do you have a personal philosophy that you lead your life by?
Well, I lead my life. I don't lead my life. I try to allow the Holy Spirit and God to lead my life. But what I can say is that there is always hope, and there is always a way out. And even when it feels like and it looks like you are in a box that you can't make it, you can make it. There is hope for everyone, but you just have to find that place. And yeah.
I want to ask you a question for the viewers watching primarily.
Yeah.
Why do you believe? Like, what drew you to Christ? Like, what was that moment for you?
Okay, well, I was actually raised in the church, but it wasn't until I was around 18, I guess I'd say 18, when I really understood. Well, I became a Christian at 18, I can say. So I really didn't understand until I was around in my early 20s, because I realized that I couldn't live. I can't live on my own, and that I need God to direct me. And through the trials and through the different things that you go through in life, you realize after a while, like, you know what? It's not working for me. It's not working. The way I am going, it's not happening. So I had to really grab what I've learned as a child to take for the rest of my life, which I received God. I asked God to come into my life. Just because you are raised in the church doesn't mean that you're going to receive. You know what I'm saying? So it took me to learn myself and who God was in me. So I realized through everything that I have dealt with in life that there is a God, and that God cares for me and He cares for you, and that He wants us to really take the time and acknowledge that he is and that we cannot live without him. So I realized that I cannot, I wouldn't even be sitting here without him.
Okay. Okay.
I'll probably be sitting here, but in another place, in another zone. But I know that God is a God that has given me peace throughout everything that I've gone through, and I would not take it back for anything.
Okay. What have you learned, being here for 21 years, like something that you can impart to the people watching, some lesson that you've learned from your experience being in Japan for this long?
Well, I've learned a lot in Japan. I think Japan is a good place to definitely discipline yourself. And you have to be, for sure, when you're working with them, they're very business minded. So it's important that you keep that business attitude and not being late, being on time, because they're very strict about being on time, especially if you're dealing with something professional. But I've learned a lot. I've learned that they are good people, and once you find a friend in them, they're there for you. They're there for you from till the end. So I have nothing bad to say about Japan. I know that they don't like confrontations, but at the same time, because we can just talk and bring things up, or we'll make our point. With Japanese is they'll hold stuff in, they'll hold it in and won't say anything. But I've learned to be patient, more patient. I've learned to again be more disciplined in things that I do and things that I'm the people that I'm connected with as well. So yeah, it's been a really good opportunity being here in Japan and traveling as well.
Do you see yourself going back to America anytime soon?
No, I don't. I really, this is home for me unless something else happens. But right here, right now, I believe Japan is home.
What do you miss about America? Anything?
I do miss some things about America, yeah. I mean, there's another thing about Japan, which is good. You can just go out any time of the night. And, it's more safe here as well. But in America, I miss the shopping. You can go right where to go and get those deals, or you can just go to the mall and you can go out. It's because that's home.
Yeah.
And New York for me is, loud, and you have all the sirens and people and music, and just, I come from a place where, and I'm actually lived in the projects. So coming out of the projects and coming here is totally, totally different.
So you appreciate Japan and all that it has to offer.
Yes, I do.
Right? What's your highest moment in Japan and your lowest, and how you overcame that?
My highest moment in Japan. Wow. My highest moment in Japan was to see Japanese give their life to God. That's the highest moment that I've experienced. To see them turn their heart, because they're not Christian people. They're not. They either believe in Buddha or they don't believe in anything, right? So, just to know that through their culture, that they can just turn their hearts to something that they've never known, gives me joy. That gives me, it makes that one of my highest moments. Even some of the people in my gospel choirs, have turned to God, and that does it for me.
What was your lowest moment in Japan, and how did you overcome that?
Wow, there are many low moments. Won't go into details, but there was a time where I was in a place where I lost something, and it was very hard to deal with. And like I said, I won't go into details, but it had put me to a place where I definitely needed God, and I needed direction. And through those few years, I can say that, again, if it wasn't for God, I know I wouldn't be here. And mentally, physically, I know it was good for me. Even though it was bad,
Okay.
it was still good. It was
Okay.
because all things do work together. So, which means that everything that happens to your life, especially if you're a Christian, everything that happens in life isn't always good,
Okay.
but it'll be good for you in the long run. So there was a time where there were some low moments, and not anything on Japan itself, but it just happened in my arena. So I can say that through those low moments, I realized that, I could have gone and went somewhere else, or went to another country. I went back to New York or
Okay.
did something, but God said to be here. So I am very, very appreciative for the opportunity. I won't say opportunity, but I'm appreciative for the trial, or for the, the test that I went through. But I know it worked out, and it's working out for the good.
Okay. So tell us about Woo.
Woo. Okay, Woo is an extension to Women of Destiny International. It is, Woo means woo, like that, okay? Women outreaching others. And we deal with people and women who are the least in the community. And actually this Sunday, we're going out to an outreach shelter. We're going out to a women's shelter where we're going to hopefully be a blessing and just give gifts, encourage them and be a blessing to them.
So Japanese woman?
Japanese women.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, all right.
So this is the first time that I hear that they would be connected to gospel, and they'll be the first time they'll have an outreach like this. So we're excited about that.
Okay, how
Yeah.
can people reach out or connect with you guys?
Let's see. You can reach out. We're on Facebook. Actually, it'll be on Facebook. It'll be Women of Destiny International.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And they can reach out, message you, and connect with you guys?
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. You can also go to my site, Carol Diane. It's Carol Diane, just like that. And you'll see also my Facebook there.
Okay, so what's church life like in Japan? Like, how does it
Okay.
differ from, back in the States? Right?
Okay, the difference in Japan and in the States is you have Japanese people, I think, and we cater more to, international, and
Okay.
especially for the Japanese. But here, I go to Japan Kingdom Church, and here it's just like home. You got the church, you got the music, you got the clapping, you got the joy, and you also have the translation. So
Okay.
my son is, he speaks Japanese as well as English. So there is a translator, for the Americans that come. And it's real good. It has been really a blessing, and it's a wonderful opportunity, to even be in church in Japan.
What's that like overall? Like, across the country, like, churches in Japan, like, are they received by society, or what's the response like to the churches here overall, if you have any insight?
Yeah, I think overall, it seems like for me, I mean, I don't know to the whole Japan, but I think they're welcoming to all, to every nationality. But then there are a lot of Japanese who are looking for a gospel church, like
Okay.
the black type of church. So I think there are a few of them here in Japan as well. But overall, it's different, I think, for especially a foreigner, if they come here and trying to look for a church. But for the same reason, God is everywhere. So he is here as well as he is in America. So you just have to adapt and make that, I guess you have to make that choice. Say, you know what, I'm going to go regardless of, if it's the same or if it's not. But I can say that Japan Kingdom, I can speak for Japan Kingdom that it's really a blessed church, and really God is moving, and you can say that, I can say that it's very close to the American church.
Okay.
Yeah. What I do here, I am the music director here, which that's what I do. And the praise and worship leader, and we do worship in the beginning of services. So, yeah, it's really been a blessing here.
All right.
Yeah.
So what is it like during COVID-19? Do people still come physically here, or mostly online?
Well, there are people that still comes here. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty, it's not full, but we practice the social distance, and we wear masks, do all the things that we need to do. We take your temperature, you know. So, yeah, everyone's here. They still
So people
come.
are invited to come over.
Yeah, you're invited to still come, but just mask up, continue to do what you need to do because
Okay.
of this COVID.
So there's something I want you to do, right? For the audience,
Okay,
right?
Lord.
So you said the gospel is a miracle music.
Yes.
And I want you to just maybe pick a song, just maybe a chorus, something short, so that you can, bless the audience, if you choose to do so.
Okay, so this song I'm going to present to you, just a verse, Amazing Grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was so blind, but now I see. So I do voice training as well. It's called Voice to Voice, and right now you'll see one of my sessions with one of my students. Left up. Good. La 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 la. 2, 3, say. La 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 la. Good. La 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 la. 2 and say. La 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 la. So if you'd like to do lessons with us, go to Carol Diane Facebook, and you can contact me there.
There you have it, guys. This was Carol Diane. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to this channel for videos on the Black experience in Japan. Until next time, bye for now.